Hello. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me, chat? Think I've got this new mic working after failing to get it working yesterday. So, please let me know as soon as possible if this sounds good. I would really appreciate that. Otherwise, welcome back to my stream. I think this is stream number 5, although I should probably stop counting. Today we will be playing Minecraft, specifically on the LotusEaters internal private server. So that is going to be nice and relaxing, nice and chill, good way to end Monday. Or for some of you in America, maybe midway through Monday, and you've still got half the day left, but you can still come and chill. Oh, really? You can't hear me? Okay. Alright then. How many fingers am I holding up then? What do you mean no voice? Surely you can hear my voice. Test. Can you not hear my voice? Hello, hello, test. I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear my voice. Ah, yes, brilliant. Okay. Testing. You see, these boomerisms will continue for the foreseeable future, and yes, chat, you will enjoy them. They'll be enjoyable. Brilliant. I wonder why I was not being picked up. Alright. Did you hear a word of my intro? Did I intro into the void? I think I might have introed into the void. If so, that's very depressing. I can turn the... Let me see if I can turn the noise gate thing to a different level. Let's turn that down a bit, so... Okay, hopefully that's a bit better. Alright. Okay, that's frustrating. Well, it's fine. We can, Okay, I'll redo the intro. Pretend you did hear the intro. No, sorry. Look, I am good at this stuff with all the fancy LotusEaters equipment. All right, that stuff is worth more than what I think all of the things that I've ever owned is worth. So I'm very good at using that, but using OBS Streamlabs and a videography microphone jerry-rigged to my computer is completely different to the really, really nice stuff we've got. But oh well. So yeah, Minecraft time. Playing on the LotusEaters Minecraft server. You know what? Let's see if you can see this. Minecraft. Can you see Minecraft now? No, it's not cope. No, lies. Complete lies. It's not cope at all. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm very good at this stuff. I'm a professional. Right? Yes, you see Minecraft. That's good. Brilliant. Right. The theme of today's stream, I thought that in order to get a bit of audience engagement, I'm going to temporarily pause production of this sort of Asian style pagoda area and give you guys in chat a chance to decide what I build next or adjacent to this sort of Asian-y island area, because I've got all of this free real estate available to me, and I think you guys are creative. You guys creative people? I hope so. Because then you guys will hopefully be able to tell me or give me ideas as to what I build next. So please take... Okay. A statue of myself? Not yet. Not yet. I still haven't done a face reveal, and that's probably not coming until I do a lot more gym work. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But yes. Anything other than something that doxes myself or any member of the team. And no, we will not be... Ooh, a museum is a good idea. A museum's very good. I could do a museum. Because there's lots of little artifacts. I think there... Cause, okay, this server is highly modded. We had Little Harry from the office, who you see in the Discord and the chat sometimes. He sort of helped build this server, and he's put a lot of really cool mods onto this server, including dinosaurs and all sorts of fancy, like weird things, including gnomes. Can you hear the gnomes, chat? Can you hear them? Did you hear this one die? He deserved it. He was a gnome. Little Vegas. Vegas? Oh, I could do a little Vegas, like a casino area. Although, I have been warned that there is a aesthetic policeman on the server. He goes by the name of Rory, our wonderful creator and steward of the Islander magazine. He has put out a fatwa on non-aesthetic things, so... My beef with gnomes. You know what? I don't know what the gnomes do, because they've only been added very recently. They were like a sort of a last-minute addition. Cameron from the office, who you will also recognise from chat, said, I want gnomes. And this was the only gnome mod that worked, so we have gnomes now. But I don't actually know what they do other than be annoying and sort of go, oh, 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 and like do the I'm not a gnoblin voices at you. Oh, a large islander mag could be cool. I could do a giant pixel art. But I don't think... Okay, I need to... Okay. A large islander mag pixel art would take a lot of work and practice. And I would probably need to have like a giant reference image made. Which would take a lot more time than I'm willing to spend tonight. So, that is going to go on the maybe later list. So, I think... So, Minnie, earlier you said do... What's it called? A sort of Greek ruins, underground temple kind of thing with a labyrinth that leads to... sorry, the Onion of Deception. That's what it was. Yeah, it was Onion of Deception. So that is one of the ideas I'm liking the most at the moment. Hadrian's Wall. Trouble is, there's no Scots on this server. There's no army of like rabid Scottish warriors for me to need to build a wall. I've no necessity to do so. It's a good idea. I'd like the aesthetic and the theme. However, I do not currently need that. A regular size island bag. Oh, you know what? I could get someone to mod in Islander into Minecraft. Make a Minecraft, like a highly pixelated Minecraft version that maybe you can flip through. That could be cool. I'll message Harry about that. See what he thinks of the idea, because that's pretty cool. Make our own LotusEaters mod, which you guys could also download. But no, I think, you know what, we could combine the two ideas. I could make a museum, and underneath the museum, there's a labyrinth that leads to the Onion of Deception. Is that a good idea? I think that's... To me, that sounds pretty cool. Museum with a labyrinth that leads to the Onion of Deception. And you know what? These caves could be doing a lot of the work for me. I could build like a big facade here and have the sort of museum run, you know, like in Gringotts, they have the minecarts that run through the caves. And have the onion of deception at the bottom of the cave. Yeah, let's do that. I think let's do that. All right. Okay. First things first, we need to clear some trees. So let's get punching. Oh, was the tree mod broken? Right, I thought there's supposed to be a mod which lets trees, like, fall over. Or are these not? Ah, that's why. Those aren't proper trees. So if I knock down this mangrove tree. Yes, so these are non-modded trees which aren't working with tree capitators. Alright, I'm going to have to manually remove these. Oh. Actual hard work. Alright. Whilst I'm removing these trees, chat, you can tell me how your day has been. Because I had a pretty good day, if I'm being honest. Mainstream went well. The new semi-regular host, Steven, he's doing pretty well. I like his stuff. You guys in the audience seem to be liking his segments, so people are enjoying that, so I'm happy. And you're appreciating my work as well, which I'm also happy with. Because more than 0 of you are choosing to show up for these streams, so I'm immensely appreciative for that. So yeah, how was your day? How are your days? Did people achieve anything, or has nothing ever happened? Better Call Saul. Oh, that is on my list. You know what? I've never actually watched that. That has always been high on my priority list. And I've never technically finished Breaking Bad either, if I'm honest. That's something I need to get around to. Planted? What kind of things have you plants? Not pretend plants. No. Okay. What kind of real plants have you planted? Trees, flowers, moss, mushrooms. Right, I need, you know what? For this building blocks, I need some kind of, yeah, let's do sandstone. I think sandstone is the right call here. So that, okay, yeah, let's search for sandstone. Right. Nothing ever happens in the government. No, or that's what you want me to think. Nothing ever happens. I'm raising an eyebrow. I'm raising my left eyebrow massively like Bo does. I made up about 30 steel beams, and now I'm cutting wood. Ooh, do you work in some form of construction industry or something like that, by chance? And can jet fuel melt them? That I want to know. Is jet fuel something I have to worry about? You know, I like these sort of actual sandier coloured bricks more. Yeah, let's get these. Ooh, a half wall. This must be from a mod. Right. Okay, let's start the plan. Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, with the announcement of the new Science Saru series, bit of alliteration. But with their new series coming out, I am definitely on the. It's on the cards, doing a full rewatch of the original 2 films, and then all of Standalone Complex, and then finally I might get around to watching Ghost in the Shell Arise. It's one of those shows I never managed to see because the art style never sort of tickled my fancy when they first released it. being such a fan of the standalone complex series. Oh, is it just meetings about other meetings, and then people justifying their own jobs by doing more meetings, followed up by some more Zoom meetings, and then maybe you go for lunch, and then you do another meeting about some other meetings. I feel like that's, yeah, that must be a lot, right? But you must get paid a decent amount for all those sort of meetings and non-work, right? Can't be all like complete mind-numbing boredom, although I assume it probably is. Right, let's have this as the sort of... yes, let's start with this. I can work with this. Let's get rid of this tree. Tennis romance biopic, because I had Zendaya. You know, I saw my sister watching that, and if I'm honest, it looked awful. It just didn't look good. But it's definitely... It was a film made for women, so it just didn't. My neurons were not activated, and Zendaya doesn't activate any form of like positive reaction in my head anyway, because she's overused, and I don't think she's particularly the most talented actress in Hollywood at the moment. Anyway, they seem to be using her for, well, reasons I fail to comprehend myself. No, well, as long as you're getting paid for the meetings about nothing, that's the key part there. Right, let's clear this corner. Right. Okay. I'm thinking, let's flatten this area off and give myself a nice base workspace. Yeah. Let's fill it in, and then underneath we can begin the workings of the sort of labyrinth sort of entranceway. Make it almost like Gringotts Bank in the middle. Oh yes, liking and subscribing would be incredibly useful. Oh, and as per the donation you see at the top of the stream, I was highly recommended that I put a Streamlabs like donation link thingy below this page. So if you have a look in the description, there should be one there. Obviously, do not feel you need to do this ever, as honestly I'm doing this for fun. So yeah. But if you ever feel like helping a brother out, the link's there, and even a pound, a singular pound would go a long way at the moment to helping me along, keeping the content flowing. But yeah, that's there. I've been told I need to tell people about that. So yeah, obligatory shill thing over. One Piece. I think they have just started. I think they've just started going back. I think they've just finished the Fishman Island reanimation like thing. I think. I remember that being a priority for the animation studio, or the sort of side animation studio, and then I think they had another team working on making the next full arc as good as possible. Have they done Egghead Island yet? I can't tell if they've done Egghead yet. I can't tell. I can't remember if they've done Egghead Island yet. I'm actually up to date with the anime. The manga, however, I am reading almost every chapter when it releases. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's coming along nicely. Hello. Yes, please listen away. I'm doing my best to maintain constant talkativeness if that makes sense. I'm trying to get better at the whole sort of podcasting live stream stuff. So please feel free to ask away with questions and chat amongst yourselves. I want to get the conversation flowing. Oh, they're in the middle of Egghead. Okay. I wasn't sure if they had started yet. Oh wait, are they in the middle of? Sorry, are they in the middle of Egghead, or are they in the middle of the Fishman Island? Sorry, Fishman Island remake. That's a question I need to know the answer to. All right, that's looking good. Okay. Right, let's fill in this wall. Ah, go away. There we go. Right. Yes, there's multiple meanings to what you just wrote there. But yes, being alone, trying to talk for hours and hours by yourself is quite difficult. I found that when I've been trying to record YouTube content in the past, just by myself, it's significantly harder than you think. Especially when you go, oh no, I can just re-record that. Oh no, I want to re-record that. And then you realise you have a mounting of editing to do and you sort of lose all hope and then abandon the project, which has happened many times for me in the past when I haven't been as dedicated to the art. Now, however, I actually have a couple people watching me, so it's a little bit easier, but yes, streaming with a few other people around you would, to be honest, be a lot more ideal. But chilling by myself once in a while like this is also very fun. There we go. That's filled in. Right. What should we do? What should we start with? Let's build the... Okay, let's get some accurate measurements first. Let's find a sort of... There, I think that's good. I think we do corner of a building and then find some way to do pillars. Right, so 1, 2. Wait, no. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gaps. 1 in the middle. Yes. So that this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. That's more like it. Yeah, being public facing is a challenge, I'll say the least. Especially when a lot of my family are like, they're not political in any sort of sense of the word. And me being a sort of, I don't want to say non-political arm, but yeah, I'm kind of like a non-political tech guy who sort of runs behind the scenes. It's not as difficult on me, but yeah, I can't talk about a lot of the stuff we do at work. Obviously, because, I can't anyway, because it's private business information. But, yeah, it's quite difficult to get a sort of better understanding with some people. Especially, and then when you start going public, and then you got lots of crazed leftists disagreeing with you. That's not good. That's not fun at all. Especially when they don't understand your argument. Like, I've had a few arguments on Twitter. Only a couple. But their base response is to just repost your profile picture and go, ugly, even though I know I'm not. And they don't actually, like, post a real response to anything I've said. So I know I've already won the argument. But yeah, when that's the kind of people you have to endure, it makes the public-facing stuff a lot less fun, but You need to grow thick skin, if that makes sense. And I think I've been rapidly growing it. Although that sounds a bit weirder now that I've said that out loud. You can ignore what I just said. Rapidly growing skin. Oh. Man. The office is degenerating my brain, I think. Too much crude humor thrown around. Yeah, it's best not to. Just stay as anonymous for as long as possible. That's why I'm enjoying the peacefulness of not having my face anywhere on these streams at the moment. I know at some point my face will appear on something that might happen in the near future. But I don't want to spoil any of that, and yeah. That might happen, but I'm also waiting for me to, well, get a lot fitter so I can be a more pleasant viewing experience for you guys. Not that I'm very self-conscious, I am very self-conscious, so we'll have to, you'll have to wait and see for that. When did I become based? I've always been based. No. You know what? I can't actually remember where I first started watching quote based content. Probably a lot. I did watch a lot of OG Sargon stuff back in the day, but I guess I've always had a kind of traditionally conservative viewpoint on a lot of topics. But yeah, no, I think I did watch a few Jordan Peterson things back in the day. Back when he wasn't crying all the time. Not that crying's entirely a bad thing, but when you cry after every other stream just because you said something briefly emotional, yeah. No, I've got a bit of a stony heart for hyper emotional things like that. Unless no, actually, you know what? I can't remember the last time I got quote emotional at a piece of media. Actually not sure. Well, going on the internet kind of is being like a beauty pageant, especially when everyone is out to immediately degrade your appearance the moment you step a toe away from the mainstream narrative. Alright. You know what is bugging me? The fact that this type of texturing, this texture pack, is completely different to this. All that work I've done. You know what? I've committed. I'll have to deal with it. You know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Sand. Right. I need some kind of smooth sand. Smooth sandstone for the flooring. Ooh, wait. Pillar trim. Oh, this is cool. Ah, polished sandstone. That's what I want. I want almost like a marble effect. Yes. I think this is vanilla. Maybe it's vanilla? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in the world of politics, trends come and go very quickly, don't they? There's always something new or different happening that most of the time, I'm completely blissfully unaware of, or at least I used to be until I started working at LotusEaters, and you tend to sort of understand why and how things are happening much quicker than you would say the average person, especially when you get all sorts of interesting behind the scenes glimpses into how the world of politics is run. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys had a good day. I am currently building a ancient Greek sort of style museum, to which underneath there will be a labyrinth that leads to the Onion of Deception. Yes. The Onion of Deception. So stay tuned for that. But at the moment, I'm going to get the basic outer shell of the above ground museum done. And then we'll build the labyrinth underneath. And then I'll fill the museum with artifacts. Although I'll have to hunt through the mod pack pages to find what kind of artifacts there are. Because I still have not done any research for this. What, you're not a fan of onions? Yes, the Onion of Deception will appear. It's going to be like a giant underground sort of megalith for people to discover. So, right. You know what? Let's start figuring out how these pillars are going to look. What does this look like? Oh, that's kind of good. You know what? I kind of like that. Right, let's go up. Stop gnoming at me. Oh, no. There we go. Does this look good? Ah, errands, schmerrands. You don't need to do errands. You can sit here and watch me play Minecraft. That is down one in there, so this one. That's the same height. Yeah, there we go. I can build this up. Yeah, Cameron is the one who wanted the gnome mod, but the gnomes are just incredibly annoying. So you can blame him for the gnomes going, oh, 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 all the time. I'm afraid I can't do their voice. I can't quite get that enunciation in the back of my throat. Ah. Actually, you know what? Let's have this as sort of like a pillared entrance to the Acropolis, and the museum can be inside the mountain. I can build like an elaborate set of archways. You know what? Yeah. I like that. So let's shave this down. No, don't worry. I'm not fighting for people to stay forever. If you gotta leave, you gotta leave. Just know that I appreciate you being here, as streaming is quite difficult when you are just starting out. It's can be quite a daunting task, so I do appreciate you being here. Every one of you, chat. Especially as if you subscribe to the website, you pay my salary, so I double appreciate you. There we go, with a... Technically, that's a 2-block gap. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, I did this second layer for nothing. Why did I do this? There we go. Oh, favorite period of history. Now that is a very difficult question. A very difficult question. Because I got lots of bits of history I love. You know what? Well, God, I actually have to think about this. There's quite a few choices there. I do very much enjoy learning about the history of the Second World War. as I'm a bit of a military nerd. One day you might see me streaming War Thunder. You never know. I've always wanted to try that, and maybe that'll get me to commit to actually leveling up a tech tree or two. But yeah, World War II is a big one for me, I think. Sengoku era warring states, Japan. I like that, learning about all that history. It realizes a few hundred years of sort of inter-clan warfare, and it's very interesting to learn about how similar Japan is in that respect to a lot of Western countries. So yeah, I like that. I do like that. What else? I'm becoming slowly interested in learning about the American Civil War. It's a topic I've never really delved too much into, but learning about the sort of that sort of era in American history is becoming more and more interesting to me. What else? See, favorite is a very tricky subject, because I don't really think I do have a just favorite. I've got lots I really like, but favorite is tough. You know what? I actually haven't watched Shogun yet. I was going to watch it with a friend of mine, but they're no longer my friend, and I won't go into why. So that has been put on the back burner. But I would like to do a review of that potentially for this YouTube channel. So I do want to talk about lots of thing but Japan soy face videos, because A, people are interested in that, and I'm interested in it. So it means I can talk about that stuff for a long time, and you guys won't get bored, hopefully. The only trouble is video editing is tough when I spend all day doing essentially that, and then I got to come home and then do more. Well, do these streams, although these streams are really fun, so that's not really a bad thing. Yeah, the Civil War is one of those things that we never learn about in England, really. Or at least my sort of like cohort never did. I know some people were put through the gauntlet at history GCSEs, but my group never were. Mostly, I think, because my teachers were big, like, anti-American people, which was a bit weird, because they was, well, actually, no, it's not weird. They were very pro learning about the Soviet Union and communism, and that was all a bit strange at the time. I didn't really twig why they were so enthusiastic about me learning about Stalin and Lenin, but you know what? I think that was probably it went a bit deeper than surface level teaching. Yeah, that's what I've been told about Shogun, it being actually good. Faithful representation of how Japan may have looked. I heard the novel is also really good as well. No, that's the kind of thing I'd like to start exploring on the YouTube side, the video side of this channel. Just looking at cool history topics or cool subjects, and how have I done? Damn it, I knew I'd messed up something there. There we go. A descendant of Robert E. Lee. That's interesting. I did watch a video about conspiracy theorists who think, was it the South? The South never lost? That was interesting. But also, I don't think it's real at all. Junior Bow, see, history stuff, that's going to be probably non-live YouTube content, because that's going to take research, time, and effort, and don't think I'm quite skilled or knowledgeable enough to just sit there and spout off facts and cool tidbits from history yet. That's going to take a lot more time and effort, but I'm still at very early days doing this, so do not forget, this is the 5th day of my public-facing streaming career. So, Beowulf, yeah, Beowulf. Is it Beowulf? I think it's Beowulf. No, I don't think I've seen or any of that before. That's on a. People occasionally recommend that to me, and maybe I'll get around to watching it eventually. But I do have a current watch list. I'm currently watching the Fire Force anime, which is taking up a lot of my free time. And then I'm also going through, what's it called? I think Blue Exorcist. I know 2 animes, but then after that, it might be Star Trek, because Pete in the office wants me to watch The Next Generation, so I'm probably going to do that very soon. And I haven't really consumed any Star Trek content recently because all the new stuff has been rubbish. Right, is it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I can't fit through that gap. I'm going to have to knock through this wall, I think. I want to extend these pillars, I think, under the mountain, so they're sort of holding up the mountain. And we'll have a sort of like stone, Acropolis-like triangle roof that comes out, I think. And then we'll put loads more detailing into the sandstone around. Oh, have I seen Girls and Panzer? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. I've got one very weeby video coming up for that. I may or may not have gone all the way to Japan to go to a Girls and Panzer art exhibition for its 10th anniversary and have loads of cool photos and videos from said event. So, yes, I very much do enjoy that anime. I did first watch it when it first came out in 2012, when I was 12. So it's sort of one of those classics I've always watched as a young lad, and I've grown up with it. So I'll always keep watching it. But I'm gonna have to save that for another time, because I will essentially blow my load talking about Girls and Panzer, and yeah, that's going to require a little bit of planning, because I want to make my talking about that show very good. Favorite music? Ooh, that's another good one. I'm okay at the moment. I'm a big fan of power metal. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it, power metal. And I'm also listening to J metal. Kawaii J metal. Bands like Baby Metal and Hanabi. I'm enjoying those a lot at the moment. Especially, definitely the gym as well, yeah. You couldn't tell, I'm in a bit of a weeb phase. Not very closeted, very open about it. But I'm not ashamed to say it. Right. What's next? Right. Pillars. Outside pillars done. I've been to Japan only once. That was in 2023, and that was very cool. I went for 2 weeks. Went to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Just did the big 3 because it was my first trip, and we were still me and my mates were a bit unsure as to what we were supposed to be doing. But I do plan to be going again in November at some point. But that needs to be properly planned. I have booked off the days from work though, so for like a lot of November I might not be working, which is going to be interesting. But fun either way, because I'll be in Japan, so I won't care. Might even do some live streaming when I'm there, if this channel gets a little bit bigger. Do some IRL streams. That could be fun. But then I'll actually no, you know what? Then I'll turn into like Johnny Somali and become part of the plague. The streamer plague. No, you know what? Let's not do that. I'll just do some photography. Right. Okay. What do I need to do? I need to hollow out the mountain. Yeah, no, I do listen to more things that aren't power metal, though. I'm not just a one-genre Andy. That is something I've learnt not to do, as it does indeed expand my horizons. Yeah, doing anything in November last year was not a good plan. We had our big election stream. So yeah, no, this November, yeah, I'm looking forward to a big trip. I'm going to do lots of exploring. Hopefully I'm going to do a little bit of language learning before I go as well. No, I don't want to be a zombie either. That's a no from me being a zombie. I'm not a big fan of zombie movies, if I'm honest. That's something I've never really gotten my head around. Mostly because I can always see through the prosthetic makeup due to going to film school, and I'm knowing I can just see through all of the sort of fake, poorly designed sets. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Hokkaido. That's high on the list. I just need to plan it with my mates who are also going with me, as they all have places they want to go, and I've got places I want to go. And yeah, some of them clash, some of them go quite well together for like a big 2-week trip. So we're gonna have some planning to do, but yeah, I can figure out that later in the year. Oh, the gnomes deserve it. It's fine. It's fine. The gnomes deserve it. I am going to have to light up this area, though, because the gnomes are just going to be... They're going to be loud. I can't let them be loud. Gnomes must perish. Right, let's... oh, you know what? Let's have the pillars continue into the rock, but then there be some kind of staircase down. Almost like a... something like this. And it sort of comes down. There. Almost something like that. And it's sort of... yeah, let's have that sort of go down. And there'll be some kind of railway station below. I did not go to a maid cafe, no. I have to say, there's like a certain level of in real life cringe that I'm not sure I currently have the will to do. Maybe if I was being paid to do it, but I'm not currently being paid to do it. So no. I'd much rather be walking around like a shrine or a temple or in a cool, like, nerdy shopping area. Inside Nakano Broadway or something. Oh, there are loads of butler cafes. I found one in a... when we were looking at maid cafes when I was there, we did find a load of sort of like that kind of thing. Butler cafes. Themed cafes are massive. All kinds of different what's it called? All kinds of different ways of how's the best way to call it? Acting on people's, I don't want to say barely disguised fetishes, but it kind of is. But just having like what they're into, but a cafe. That kind of stuff is everywhere. And that's essentially what the maid cafes are. But some of them were a bit more sussy than the others. It is Weep Hooters, and it's not like overtly sexualized. However, there is like a there is an element. There is an element of it which makes it a little bit cringe. But people are paying it. The service is being provided, and yeah, I don't want accusations of being called a tourist, even though that's technically what I am. So, I'll leave them be. I'll leave them be for now. Although I have seen a, what's it called? I have seen a quote unquote maid cafe in England at an anime convention in England. There was some Scottish people running a maid cafe, and the only downside is none of them were very attractive, so it wasn't very good. Like the desired effect of going to a maid cafe where you have attractive maids serving you beverages, that, yeah, we did not have that. And yeah, I did not waste my money on that. Yes, I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him the Onion and Deception Museum at the end. Do not worry. This work will not be in vain. Yes, I think Hooters is a bit cringe, if I'm honest. As much as it's fun to go, haha, sexy woman, while you're eating chicken wings, um, at the end of the day, it's just part of that giant corporate, like, bullshit machine. No, not Scottish men. It was women. It was women. But I wasn't at the anime convention to go to a maid cafe in the first place, and I was there to buy incredibly overpriced merchandise, which I did do, which I always do a lot of. Right, there we go. I like that. Well, let's see. I'll have to, once I've finished building this little plinth, I'll have a look to see if there are actually any onions in this mod pack. I assume there might be. I could have like a hidden underground onion oasis. That'd be funny. Oh, Dankula in outfit. Oh, Right. See, that's beginning to take shape. I'm liking that so far. Although I should probably build the sort of sandstone out on this side as well. But we can do that later. We can do that later. Right. Let's build some more pillars. Build this one up. Oh, yes, we can do this now, can't we? There we go. Yes, I like that. What's wrong with onions? Although, admittedly, I do know there's a surprisingly large amount of people who either don't like onions or actually are allergic to them. One of my grandfathers just couldn't stand onions. Made him feel sick. I don't think he was technically allergic, but he just made him feel very sick when he ate them. I did not inherit that taste profile. I'm not too amazed with onions, but I like them as much as any normal regular guy. Oh, okay, yeah. Allergic, yeah. I think you did, yes. No, you know what? I don't know if I'm actually allergic to anything. I think I was tested when I was a kid, but I do not remember being allergic to any of the major ones, except for maybe pollen, but I've never really got bad hay fever either. Yeah, well, I've seen the state of some Hooters in America, and I'm kind of glad we don't have many. Although I know there's one in Nottingham somewhere, um, which I do not plan to visit, even though I do plan to visit Warhammer World at some point. Well, it's going to be a no comment from me on the what you just said you were allergic to, Alex. That's going to have to be a strict no comment. No comment. Why don't you plug your laptop in? Who doesn't plug their laptop in? That's like key laptop behavior right there. Yeah, Nottingham. It's on my list of places in the UK to eventually get to, mostly only because of Warhammer World. And that's just a poorly veiled excuse to buy more plastic crack. Yeah, I think it is, but I don't want to take any risks as I've only just started this channel and I'm nowhere near monetization anyway. So let's play it safe for now. Yeah, I've been told Nottingham's all right, but I've also been told it isn't. So I'm going to have to experience it for myself, I believe. Let's have this one be the sort of start. I think. Yes. I don't think we've had a sheriff in a long time. There might be a guy who LARPs as a sheriff in Nottingham, but I don't think we've had a sheriff rank ever in a properly long time. I don't think. I don't think we officially have sheriffs in the British police anymore. Probably a commissioner. But no, I don't know if we have sheriffs or not. I'd have to Google that. Is that good? No. No, I don't like that at all. Shrewsbury. No, in the limited amount of time I have off at the moment, mostly due to me using all my holidays for this Japan trip, I've got to get out and about and use my legs. Trouble is, there's lots to see and do in London, and because I live so close to London, it's usually my go-to destination when I want to get out and about. And to be honest, even through all the horror stories, London's still all right to be out and about in. I enjoy my time in London, but mostly because I know where all the nerd shops are, and I beeline between them, and then leave as quickly as possible. I got some ramen restaurants I like visiting. There's some good street food vendors, especially in Chinatown. There's lots of lovely food over there, so I always sort of beeline to those places. Enjoy spending my time how I want to spend it. Not often I get to choose what I do in outings such as that. So I always seem to be, well, I always used to be beheld to other people's whims. But no, I've been trying to be a bit more independent recently. It is paying off. I'm enjoying life a little bit more than I used to. Not that I never didn't enjoy it. Enjoying as much as I can as a single guy at the moment. No, don't fall. Look, there's lots. You hear a lot of horror stories, and you see the worst of the UK on the podcast. In reality, there's still lots of really amazing places and things to see and do here. You could easily do an entire month's trip here and never run out of things to do if you planned properly. It's still a very, very picturesque and beautiful place. And London has more than enough stuff to do in it for like at least a week or two's worth of a vacation. Mm, you know, at some point I will have to get to Nottingham sooner rather than later because my addiction to plastic Warhammer crack is crippling, to say the least. Although I have been building a lot of Lego recently, which is another crippling addiction. Oh no, you got to go on a vacation. You can't not have vacations. Okay, I'd go mad without a little break here and there, the odd day off. I think I'd actually go crazy. I'd go completely crazy about regular, semi-regular holidays, even if they're only singular days. No, you need to take breaks. Everyone needs breaks. Otherwise, you do go mad. And taking breaks on holidays, it can be really good for your mental health to just completely switch your brain off for once and go, you know what? I'm just going to relax and do absolutely nothing. So try to see through. What? I just wrote what I said there. Sand. No, that's not how you spell sand. Sand. Stone. Right. What am I looking for? Oh, these are all interesting. Well, they're a slightly different art style though. Wait. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I had cool greebling like that. Okay, now I'm going to use this. I'm going to place this down here so I know what it is, so I don't forget about this stone bench. I can use that for detailing. There we go. Stone. Right, let's have a look at some more detailing items. I've always thought about going on a skiing holiday, but I've never had the desire to do it. And yeah, no, I do always see people having horror stories about getting horrifically injured from minor accidents, falling off a mountain or into a deep crevasse into nothingness. And I think skiing is not. They're not going to be on my priority list. I think for me, going back to Japan and then maybe going to America at some point next year, they're on my list of holiday destinations. I think. Well, these are cool. Gilded Blackstone. Interesting. Oh god, yawning now. A busy day at work. Right. Yeah, snowboarding again. Yeah, I just see injuries and what I don't want to injure myself when I'm on holiday. because that's just going to ruin the holiday, unless that means months off work. But I actually don't know what kind of paid injury compensation we have at work. I'll have to find out. But no, I don't think I want to go skiing anytime soon anyway. Unless it was being paid for by someone else, then I'd happily do it. But no, I don't think I can afford a skiing holiday anyway. Oh, I think I've only technically celebrated American Independence Day once, and that was, I think, 2022, or was it 2023? It was two to 3 years ago. I was in Turks and Caicos on a family holiday, just at an all-inclusive resort, and we arrived on July the 4th, and our first meal at the all-you-can-eat inclusive buffet was a big quote-unquote American 4th of July thing, and there was a fireworks display. That was pretty cool. I can't really talk about finances, I'm afraid. I can't say if they're positive or negative, none of the above, as I've signed some things that basically prohibit me from doing so. So apologies, I can't really say that. I am being paid money, though, so you can infer what you will from that. I'm being paid real money, not crypto. Not Monopoly money. Oh, that's another hard question. Favorite anime? Gee. Ooh, I've got a choice of three. Got a choice of three on the favorite anime front. Number one would have to be Bleach, I think. Definitely Bleach. It was one of the sort of big... It was one of the big three shonens that I was attached most to when I was younger. A lot of my formative anime watching experiences revolve around watching Bleach for the first time. So it holds a special place in my heart, I think. Okay, Gundam Wing. That brings me on to my second one, and that is the original Gundam series, 0079. I am a massive Gundam fan. I own many of the collector's edition Blu-ray sets in the UK from all the anime service, licensing publisher, whatever you call them. I own many of those, and I have watched them multiple times. I don't own all of the collector's editions because they are very expensive and arguably limited. Yeah, Naruto was also good. The only trouble is, when you watch both of them for the first time, you don't really know what is filler and what isn't. Especially when you're young, you don't understand what the difference is between a actually canon written episode by the main author or what is a filler. Piece of shit. Not piece of shit. Some of them are good. Like Bleach, some of the Bleach filler is actually really good. But Naruto, on the other hand, I find that some of the writing there is it's just absolutely night and day from the real canon story. What are you? Greek fantasy. What's an aura? There's got a little rock inside of her. What is that? Sailor Moon is one of those shows that I've always thought about. I should probably watch that. I should probably get around to watching that at some point. Especially the classic one. And I had some friends at uni who absolutely loved it. But no, it's on my list to actually watch properly. I think I've watched some of Sailor Moon, but it's on my list of maybe I should put my nuance hat on, make a YouTube video about it. because it was the formative anime for many a young girl back in the was it 70s when it came out? I can't remember. 80s maybe it's 90s. I don't know. Whenever it came out, it was formative for a lot of people, and I understand why. And I am always on the lookout for cool Sailor Moon cosplay, because some people do it really well. Some people don't though. At conventions, some people have some really rubbish Sailor Moon cosplay, and yeah, I can't help be judgmental sometimes. However, some people do it really well, especially if they're really fit. But it's usually not my brain thinking at that point. Sailor Moon. What goes on in it? Sailor Moon. How's best I explain that? How do I best explain this? Basically, a young teenage girl gets like essentially superpowers, and she fights against the forces of evil with those superpowers. No, I'm not having I'm not having Sailor Moon fantasies. No, 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 no. Denied. Denied. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes weird things like that happening. They do indeed happen, don't they? Right, let's right, let's border the walls in this solid sandstone, and we'll do a pattern around in the sort of insert. That is here, yeah. There we go. Aha, I've given nothing away. No, 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 no. Look. Look. Look, at conventions, you've always got attractive people doing cosplay, alright? It's part of the reason you go to conventions, to look at all the cool cosplays. Yeah, the English dub, they always change things like that for the dub. Obviously, localization is more than just direct translation, which unfortunately also means that things become very woke a lot of the time. That is going to be a video I do at some point soon, talking about the sort of wokeness. How localizers are essentially terrorizing the anime industry by being mega woke. That's on my list of topics to cover on a real video. Up here, there we go. That comes out here. Man, getting this stuff symmetrical in Minecraft can sometimes be quite the ordeal. Yeah, I tried watching Black Clover, But the first like 10 episodes, they have the main character just screaming, literally screaming at you, and it gets so infuriatingly annoying that I just gave up because I just couldn't do it. Instead, I read it and had a much better experience. Or at least I read 200 chapters. I can't remember what happens after that 200th chapter. That's on my list of potential rereads. But, yeah. 2 out. So, over here. Like that. And that comes out for 1. There we go. Is that the same? No. Okay, that's... I think that's symmetrical. Is this symmetrical, chat? I think this is symmetrical. Have I successfully made a symmetrical thing? Death Note. Yeah, no, I Death Note is one of those ones I did watch when I was younger, and I did really enjoy it. But, as soon as L dies, spoiler alert, the series goes downhill. I really did. The series just fell off entirely for me after that. Right, I can figure out what goes on down there later. Right. Yeah, he takes a potato chip and he eats it. Although he's eating a potato crisp, not a chip. But yeah. Yeah. You can argue about that some other time. It's a crisp, not a chip. Although it is an American dub, so I'll let them off. I'll let you off, Americans. Yeah, L was one of my favorite characters, and him, because I hadn't read it before I watched the series, and him dying was basically like, what? This guy is the main, protagonist. Sorry, not, yeah, I guess antagonist is the right word. And then him being like immediately replaced by another super smarty pants detective sort of ruined the death. And then after that, the writing sort of fell off a little bit, and I lost a lot of interest in the intrigue, because the entire story was the sort of the close one-on-one like highly intellectual, like 300 IQ battle between L and Kira's brains. And when he died, I was just sort of like, okay, that's anticlimactic. Oh, you're just going to do more with another guy? Okay. Yeah. No, that was not the greatest ending of a series, was it? And then the ending was just like anticlimactic and annoying. And then in the side story manga they released, there was a bit where Donald Trump tried to buy the Death Note, and that's canon. Donald Trump actually tries to buy the Death Note in the canon side story, which is actually really funny. But oh, drinking fluids. I need to not just sit here and dehydrate away. I'm still the only one. Okay, I'm the only one on the server today. Okay, fine. So be it. So be it. Right. So that's the sort of the internals are coming along nicely, I think. What? Why? What? What are you saying? Why to? Sorry. Sorry, my brain is melting currently because you guys have had me talking about anime. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that that was weird. There was some kind of like side story, like one shot manga that the authors made. Um, I don't know. I don't know why they did it. I think it's just because I think it released during Trump's first term or just after Trump's first term. So they were just trying to be culturally relevant. I think. Why do people call me Samsung? Because they are um, making a light, jovial jab at my name being Samsung, which sounds very much like Samsung, the company. And to be fair, most of the phones I've used in my life have been Samsung phones, if I'm honest. So I can't escape the allegations too much, but oh, yes, there are. There are indeed worse names. I won't say any of the other ones I've been called in the past because some of those were used to in very spiteful ways. So I'm not going to repeat those. Bring back dodgy memories. Man, I do have a Google Pixel currently. It's serving me well, but it's nearing the end of its lifespan and the screen is a little bit cracked. I did drop it coming out of the gym the other day, which was quite frustrating. Still works fine, aside from the small crack on the screen. Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah. So, given my family's history, calling me Adolf would have been very, very silly. More so than a lot of people, but not for the reason you might be thinking. Raises eyebrow. I will let you guess as to why that would have been silly for my family to call me Adolf. I'll let you guess. And no, no, it's not because I'm Jewish, because I'm not. Lolly. How did Lolly start? It's a bit of a, I don't want to say strange, but I have a feeling that could be either positive or negative. No, not German. Technically, I do have German heritage, but not. Uh, no, not directly German heritage. No, no, no painters, no Austrian painters in my family. Although I am technically part Austrian. Yeah, Austrian, but not Austrian painter. I'm not sure what to do next. Actually, I've done. You know what? Let's build the triangle roofy thing. Sandstone. I need stairs. Let's find some good stairs. Oh no, or slabs. Slabs will also do. Let's go with bricks. All right. See you later, and good evening to those just joining us as well. I do very much appreciate all of your company. It makes talking into this microphone all the more worth it. Thank you very much for joining and chilling. No. No. There we go. 2 across. Is that 2 out? Yeah, that's 2 out. Right. Right. Let's slowly build this up. Okay. That's fair. The slabs are the worst only if you're rubbish at building. I, however, am really good at Minecraft building and enjoy using slabs. Not when they turn into double blocks like this. I wish they just kept as a singular slab. Yes, I like that. And now to extend it. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a slab master, alright? I just have many years experience pointlessly building in creative mode. For hours and hours and hours and hours. As I never really had a server when I was younger. It was all just playing by myself or on a local thing with my brother. No, no, my friends and family weren't. We're not growing mustaches. No, 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 no. Wrong. Try again. Try again. Sorry. I'll give you guys a few more guesses, and then... Then I will let you, I'll tell you why. Call me having a nickname of Adolf wouldn't be, like, a thing, or real, in any capacity. For those of you just joining, we were talking about nicknames, and wondering, why I would not have been called Adolf as a nickname when I was young. And there's very specific reasons, which are much cooler than you think. Ah, Lads Hour. You enjoyed Lads Hour? That was good. What did we do again? Oh, I can't remember now. Oh, the advertisements. Yes, 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 yes. I remember. So, yeah, Dan in the office, he was laughing his head off all day. All day, collating those adverts together. And I think his efforts did more or less pay off in the end, as we all more or less enjoyed it. Yes, my grandfather was he did some very cool things in the Second World War. Very cool things. Some things I'm actually quite proud of as well, because he's awarded some good medals. Yes, there we go. I'm building this correctly. No. My grandfather in the Second World War was a refugee from Austrian oppression in the Second World War. Well, Nazi oppression. And he was a Austrian-speaking person. German-speaking Austrian national who escaped and joined the British Army. I'm going to keep this slightly vague, as I don't want to dox myself with this story. He joined the British Army. He joined a super secret commando unit, which did loads of covert operations, a lot of which are still classified and I don't even know about. And then he went off and he fought in D-Day and all sorts of other interesting parts of the Second World War, and he got lots of really interesting stories out of it. There's a book written that has a lot of his stories written down in, which I won't talk about at the moment. I'll keep that a secret because that will dox me. Right. That's more or less what I was looking for. Right, let's fill it in with regular bricks. And then, once it's filled in, I will detail it. We can detail this, make it look much prettier. Yes, I gotta have some secrets. Maintain some level of mystery. Much like how you can't see my face currently. Oh, yeah. If you keep watching these streams, many, many more gnomes are going to die. Don't you worry, chat. Ooh, what's going on here? They're fighting. The gnomes are fighting. Look. Goodbye. Stay down there. Oh. I have not made any Minecraft edits of Nigel Farage. I did find those AI ones very funny, though. All right. No, how did you get back? Why have they come back up? Oh, I'm gonna need to fence this area off. This isn't good. I can't be having gnomes invading. Right, I think, you know, we could have maybe a giant chandelier hanging down from here. Is that cool? Do you think you guys would like a chandelier to hang from the center of the ceiling? But yeah, let me know if chandelier is a good idea, because I can have that installed. No, they don't want to be my friend. They want to go oh at me and annoy me. And especially when I eventually turn survival mode on, when I'm not just building things, when I actually want to start doing modded content, that'll be a problem. Right. From a distance. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like that from a distance. It's still a bit basic. It needs a lot more detailing done, especially the base. But so far, I'm liking that. I do need to do a bit of terraforming and fill in the hole in the top right. No, the gnomes won't. The gnomes will never win. And yes, you can blame Cameron for the gnomes. It was his choice. Sandstone. Now let's have a look at some of the more carved variations. See if I can get something a bit more. To me, that look like hieroglyphs. Yeah, look, he's fine. The skeletons are fine. Look, he's just chilling. He's just, oh, he's making out of a llama. But look, llama's traumatized. He doesn't even want to look. Oh, he's not burning. He's not burning in the sun. That must be part of the mod. Must be one of the mods. So there are multiple, a lot of the behind-the-scenes team at LotusEaters are playing on the server. I just don't think any of them have played in the last couple of days. We all like playing other games. That's the funny thing. You got other things we like doing. Like for instance, I'm probably only going to be playing Minecraft today. But I think tomorrow I'll be playing another game. Maybe more Lego Hobbit. I'm really enjoying Lego Hobbit, so we'll probably do some more of that tomorrow. But no, there's a lot of people on the server. I'm not sure how many of the main hosts have even joined yet, or even considering joining. Maybe I could convince a couple of them to join, but most of them are too busy with their own lives to be playing Minecraft. Oh, I will get a couple of them eventually. At least one. I'll get one of the hosts to join eventually. If not, I'll get one of them to see the server at least and witness what we've built. Maybe on a lads hour in the future. They can witness the server after many, many months of building. What? Sorry, jogged my mouse, my water bottle. Lots of spinning. Right. So, I think I've done a lot of good progress here already. But I can come back and do some more detailing up here later. Now, and I'm also going to have to make a labyrinth under here, but let's... Jess Phillips Minecraft prison. You know what? I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, they're too busy being lame, not wanting to play Minecraft with me. I have asked. I have offered. We have offered them, but most of them are like, yeah, we got other things we want to do. All right. Right, I've started this project, but because I love procrastinating, are there any other projects you guys would like me to start? This is the Onion of Deception Temple. We're already doing this here. Is there anything else you'd like me to start building, chat? The options are endless. I could maybe you know what? Dan is probably one of the less unlikely people to play this server, but he's a very busy guy, so probably not. But I could offer. I could do some offering in the in the office. See if anyone wants to actually join. I have to make this server a place worth visiting. A Mount Rushmore with LotusEaters host faces. So that would take a level of artistic skill that I don't think even I have. It could be very, very cool. And no, I'm not building a vape shop. Oh, actually, you know what? It'd be really funny if I just made a row of vape shops somewhere. Vape shops and Asian supermarkets. That'd be really funny. Just find a Minecraft village, but just turn it into a colonized vape shop village. That would be super. Actually, that'd be funny. Right, map. There's a village over here. No, I'm not putting a vape shop in inside the temple. Here's a temple to Rory that someone's building. Ever since he joined the server and exploded when he tried to launch the creative menu. Because the game was bugged at that point. We have a spawn over here. There's a village. I could turn the spawn village into... Ooh. Yeah, no, this is my island over here. You can see the temple. It's coming to fruition on the map. There you go. And you've also got my Asian temple complex being built properly over here. For those of you who haven't seen the Asian temple yet, let's fly over here. I've built this sort of a pagoda tower, raked gravel, sort of a aesthetic with raked gravel blocks. Look, it's actually raked gravel. Pretty cool. Koi pond with not koi, but just quote tropical fish. And this sort of walkway thing, which doesn't technically lead anywhere yet, because I need to build a Asian style, like temple or castle in this space at the top. And I've yet to do. I need to get around to doing that at some point, but yeah. And there's also rice fields. I've made some rice fields, or at least I tried to make rice fields, but I'm not quite sure I like the aesthetic of these. It's a bit too cubey. I'm probably to make these less uniform. God, you really want me to make the Asian vape shop? All right. Okay, fine. I will go to the spawn village and make an Asian vape shop. All right? I'll make a vape shop promenade. You're making me do this, chat. This is your fault. Oh, just choking, drinking water. Don't mind me. Right, am I going the right way? Yeah, it's just a bit further south. Yes, we can add all sorts of detailing. I'm gonna go to the base game houses. Nope, speed up. There we go. Right, is this it? No. Oh, there is a cherry blossom place. Oh, that's cool. That's right next to spawn. How did I miss this? I could have built my weeb castle over here. No, I don't know any Arabic. Here's my survival mode base. This is where I first started playing on this server, when I was actually doing survival mode. Is everything still in here? No, okay. I took all the... Oh, all the chickens. The chickens I captured are still here. Wow, okay. They've been neglected for a long time. They can stay in there. Right. This is the spawn village. Right. Which one of these should I turn into the Asian vape shop? Yes. Let's do this one. Right. I need a sign. Okay, let's have a look. Let's make it gaudy. Let's use white. What do these look like? Okay. Yes, alright, okay. That's good, good, good. Da vape hut. There we go. Look, da vape hut. Da vape hut. There we go. Premium UK Vape Emporium. I'm deliberately misspelling this, chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm deliberately spelling things wrong. It's very deliberate. Immigration. No. Yeah. Yeah. What else can I put on these signs? Yes. Yeah. Send money home. No, let's do dollar sign. Let's do like a... No, which one of these is... Dollar signs. It's shift 4. There we go. Africa Bank. There we go. All right. Cheap wine and food. Cheap wine and food. There we go. Right, now I need something. Let's get some. Let's deface this fantastic old building with some red concrete. There we go. Yes, a Just Eat. Yeah, it can also be a kebab shop. Just Eat. Deliveroo. Uber Eats. Just Eat. Deliveroo. Uber Eats. There we go. That's funny. Chat, you're making me do this, right? You're making me do this. All right, now what I need to do, we need to change the inside. Sneak. There we go. Right, we need some gaudy flooring. Tiles. Let's have a look at some tiling. Like that black and white lino. Oh, there we go. Checkered. That's good. Checkered is good. You know, it's sort of like black and white lino stuff that really cheap diners have. The linoleum floors. Let's go with this. Right, and let's have... Let's have a... one of these. Ooh. Yeah, it's almost like I do live in the UK. As much as I love it here, yeah. I love living in the UK. It's so much fun. Yeah, yeah, it does have to have glass, doesn't it? Yes, yeah, yeah, that's true, that's true. Glass. Let's see if there's... Do they have glass half slabs in this mod pack? No. Okay, right, we'll have to use... let's use this just framed glass. There we go. And then we'll have a door. There we go. Okay, good. We might have to extend this building back a bit. I think, yeah, let's extend it back. We'll make it look like it was always here. The vape hut was always here. Right, so then... like this, like this, like this. Do some reverse stairs. There we go. And we up some up pillars. Oh no, we do want that. We do want that. Actually, no, we don't want windows at the back. No, we want boarded up windows, don't we? Boarded up windows. Let's move this one back. Actually, we want some display. Ah, there we go. All right, enjoy your drive home. Thank you for watching the stream. I do really appreciate you being here. Hope to catch you again at some point. I'll be streaming as much as humanly possible. Right, can we do shelving? Like real shelf where I can put stuff. Ooh, let's see if this works. Okay, okay. Right. Potion. Let's do an orange one, a green one. Let's do these. There we go. Look. That looks cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you for complimenting my voice. I do really appreciate it. Right, let's extend the floor out a little bit more. We're going to have to build a basement, aren't I? We're going to have to build the kebab vendor basement. Get the red concrete, because they... Actually, no. They're not... They're only going to deface the front of the house. Because they only... The Turkish barbers only care about the facade of quote-unquote looking cool. And then, yeah, we'll have that, and then we can have stairs going down. Right, and then we'll make this out of cobblestone. Brilliant. Okay. Fill in this floor. Yes. We like to see this. Okay, now I need some kind of staircase. Stairs. Cobble. Yeah, you can't quite see the stairs from the entrance, but here it'll be. Here it will be. Right. Is there something? Now we have to see if we get grills. Grill. Oh. Torch with a grill. I mean, it looks cool, but doesn't work. Cooking. Oh, cooking pot. That's good. There we go. Yes, we can have this slop in the cooking pot. How does this work? Yes, this is where the kebab meats is gonna go. Kebab. What is this painting? Oh. Yeah, let's have these. These look cool. These look spooky. I don't know what they are, but they look spooky. It's not what I thought about when thinking about kebabs, but alright. Hmm. Oh, yeah, let's... Okay, yeah, let's get some... Let's take the shelving. And let's put loads of rotten meat. Shit. So you want that. Let's put a spider's eye. What else can we have? That's bad. Okay, we're not going to go that far, Alex. Let's not go too far. Oh, this looks okay. What do we have here? Yeah, that can be something. Brewing. Let's put a brewing stand upstairs because we're in the vape shop. So. Yes, there we go. What else can we do? Yes, very much shop. These some cool paintings. Ooh, crates. Ooh, potatoes. Let's put that down. That's food. And flour. We can do that as well. Let's see how this looks. There we go. That's food. This is beginning to look more like a dodgy kebab shop. Properly, right. Right. Torches in. Now we need, I guess we need some proper, like a proper oven, don't we? Oven. Sandstone oven, iron oven. Let's do iron oven. Okay, let's put these down. Iron oven. There we go. Put some more potatoes in the corner. Oh, don't talk to me about vodka. Giving me university memories. I had this phase where I bought this bottle of marshmallow vodka, which just tasted like sugar syrup, and it annihilated me. Absolutely annihilated me. And to be honest, actually, it's giving me Vietnam flashbacks almost. How bad it made me. Right. So yeah, yeah. Okay, I think this is coming. This is coming to fruition now. But yeah, we need to extend the shelves all the way along and get some more potions of different colours. Yes. We'll have them along this side as well. Obviously, none of these are products anyone's ever going to, like, buy. Because they're all fake. They're all just display items. Alright. Oh, one moment. There we go. Right, also, we need to make sure it's set. Yeah. Actually, no, we want this one. Authentic. Q. Authentic kebab house. Real meat from the real meat from home. There we go. From home. Fantastic. Yes. I'm enjoying this a little bit too much. Oh, I can hear gnomes. There are gnomes coming for me. Karma is going to strike for me building a vape hut. I need to put some rotting meat here to sort of display the kebabs. No, we need to... fresh kebab. What's a ludicrous plot? What do I pay for kebabs in my local shop? Let's double that and do, like... $15.99 small. And then $22.99 for large. And do $7.99 for some chips. And by that I mean fries for Americans. No card. Cash only. I think that's required. That's definitely required, isn't it? No card, cash only. There we go. Oh, I could. Oh, you know what? I could put a gnome in a cage. Yeah, you know what? Let's extend this down. I'm horrifying myself, chat. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? There we go. Right, so stairs. Right, extend that down. One more. Just fill out the walls. Okay. Right, we need iron bars. Iron bars for the prison. Iron bars. Oh, gate. And bars. Let's see what... Do these look any different? Okay, I'm not sure those are going to work. I think the entire point is the gnomes will be forever trapped. Gnome. Gnome spawn egg. Right, the gnomes will never leave. They are forever trapped in the gnome basement. Oh. We may have to do some covering up on the outside, chat, to hide the pathway to the gnome basement. Right, how bad does that look? Where is it? Okay, that's not that bad. Let's just cover that with dirt. There we go. Problem solved. Yes, I did over an hour at the gym today, actually. Got off the bus, went straight to the gym. Did 30 minutes on the Stepmaster. Very proud of myself for doing that. And then did about 20 minutes on resistance machines, working my arms. Can't stay out of shape forever, chat. Gotta get healthy. Don't want to stay single forever. Jennifer the Pyromancer. Jennifer. Now, I know I just said I was still single, but spawning in Jennifer the Pyromancer was not, that's not what I was looking. You know what? I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm sorry, Jennifer. It's not me. It's you. All right. I need to take a screenshot and post it in our internal Discord. Show people I've been having fun. Oh, that didn't work. How is this going to work? I might have to put this on full, like a. No, you know what? I'll take a photo on my mobile phone of my monitor screen and then post that. There we go. That's not janky at all. Jennifer was a mob who just spawned in the game. A skeleton. So there's a mod on this game which it joins random. What's it called? I'll fly over there and again show you. It's it spawns random high level sort of like rarity of creatures that you can go out in the world and find, and it pops up the name on screen when they spawn in. And look, Jennifer the Pyromancer, and it names them so that you know you're targeting a specific sort of rare enemy. So no, Jennifer's not a real person, chat. Don't worry. I'm not. I'm just making jokes at a Minecraft spawn. Right, let me take a photo. I'm gonna take a photo. Right, I'm gonna post this. I'll see if I get a response from anyone in the Discord. In our internal Discord, I should say. I'm going to log in tomorrow and find that it's been horrifically destroyed. This entire town been nuked from orbit. No, Jennifer can stay there. I don't care about Jennifer anymore. I'm going to go back to my own island. I think we were successful in creating the vape shot, chat. I think this is very good. We've worked hard today. Worked hard making this vape shop, and you guys did help me with suggestions, so I appreciate your help. Thank you very much. Right. Yes, we can blame it on him. Oh, what is this? Waypoints? No, I don't need to worry about that. Right, going north, back to my house. Let's go. At some point, I will be building a HS2, like, high-speed railway between the spawn and my base. But it's a long way. Like, a long way. And that's going to take ages. I have been told there are mods, though, that will let me speed up that process, but I have yet to see those. Maybe when I get to survival, when I actually start doing survival mode, we can do it then. Alas, for now, I am just chilling. I am Bing chilling, having fun, relaxing. Yeah, it'll never get built. Or it will get built, chat. Definitely will get built. Yeah, 10 billion. We'll spend 10 billion emeralds planning it, and then figure it out afterwards. I'll siphon off about 2 billion of that for personal funds, and we can go from there. How about that, chat? Does that sound good? Just let me siphon off a little bit. Right, yeah. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Right. We've done quite a lot already today, chat. We built half a temple. Yeah, we've built half a temple. Well, the outer shell of a temple. I think the onion of deception is going to have to wait for another time, as that is going to take a lot more work, especially considering how I might change all of this. The pillars I'm going to keep and the roof is going to need more detailing, but we'll get there eventually. Yes, it is still better, but yeah. No, we've got. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm happy with the progress we've made today. What else can I do? Before I get too tired to continue, realizing I have other things I need to do away from stream before I sleep tonight. Oh, how is the mic? How has my microphone quality been, by the way? Does it sound good? Is my voice crisp and sexy? What I'm going for with this incredibly expensive videography mic I'm using. Well, that bamboo's really... Oh, sugarcane, wow. It is really growing. Didn't think it grows that high. Is it better than the one I was using previously? Because I hope it sounds that much better. It costs about 4 times as much. I'm also much closer to this mic because I also move it much closer to my mouth. Good, 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 good. I'm actually using one of the the same type of mic stand which I had the office by. Because you might have noticed relatively recently we switched from those horrible stand things that were you just plonk them on the desk, and it was the first big upgrade I did. I had the office change those for these Elgato like mic arm things, and they were so good after I bought one. Everyone was so appreciative of it. They replaced all of them, and everyone's been living happily ever after ever since. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll buy one for myself. And I did, and it's very useful. Before that, I was sellotaping the mic to my desk, which didn't look good and got in the way. All right, what do we want to do next, chat? Do you want to build? Would you like me to build some more, or do you just want to sit, chill, and talk? Yes. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Right. I think let's. I think I'll. You know what? I'll do some more foundational work here for now. I need to build out this area some more. Get the sort of foundational ring of stone ready. Get rid of this brush. There we go. I can keep doing this. I'll keep talking. I'll keep building and talking. Oh, the gnome. The gnomes are coming. They're coming for revenge. Yeah, let's keep this. Yeah. Yeah, more or less. Oh, I can't say anything about why I tweeted that out. Just ponder the question. Just keep pondering the question. It's a riddle that you will answer, that will be answered in time. However, that time has yet to come, so you're just going to have to suffer, I'm afraid, without knowing. There we go. Oh, that works. That more or less works. Yes, I'm keeping my secrets. All smart people know how to keep secrets. You're not going to get anywhere in life without keeping them. Yeah, yeah. Harry has mentioned that, hasn't he? So yeah. It'll come out eventually. You just gonna have to wait patiently. The editors are working very hard at it. It is looking good though. I'm excited for you guys to watch it eventually. We're doing lots of cool things. Nothing I can say. I can't say any specifics, obviously, but cool things are coming. I'm very excited for some of these things in the future. As should you be. Ooh. No, I had to raw dog it. I had to raw dog the Stairmaster. And it was very hard to do today. It was very hard concentrating because there was a woman's yoga session happening in the weights area, in the center of the weights area, as I was on the Stairmaster facing directly towards them. So it was tough. No, I did not do the filming there. That was another person. I was busy, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure I was running the main podcast when that was being filmed, but I can't actually remember. Yeah, my gym is filled with gym thoughts. It's a very precarious world I live in. Yes, they're all wearing incredibly skin-tight leggings. Things like that. Very distracting. I just want to work out in peace. I don't need to be staring at your ass. As much as I might want to, I don't want to do that while I'm working out. That's not good. Not good for the brain. I want to focus on the weights I'm pulling. And to be fair, it's I mean, technically, yeah, the testosterone impact of having attractive people near you, like driving that sort of like inner instinct to impress and do better. That is, I think there's some science behind that. I'd have to confirm that. I could probably ask Harry the specifics because he knows a lot about doing gym. But the way that testosterone works, it's highly likely that that kind of thing does make a difference in a good or a bad way. But don't quote me on that. What? No. Google Gemini, why? Shut up. Google Gemini, stop talking. My phone. Google Gemini has just started speaking to me. Stop. Right, turning my phone off. Okay, phone off. My phone has been listening to me. It started up an AI conversation with me, which I did not ask for. That was frustrating. Oh, no. There we go. Wait, wish you had what superpower? Concentration? Yeah, Big Brother Google is a problem. They already have so much of your data and knowledge of your personal life so that they can literally almost read your mind when it comes to directed advertising. Have you ever noticed how that when you're thinking of you could have just like woken up in the morning, or you've spent half the day doing like a chore or something, and you're thinking about something you might want to buy or might want to do later in the day, and then all of a sudden Google shows you an ad for that thing you were thinking about. You hadn't even talked about it, so the microphone couldn't have picked it up, but Google shows you an ad for the thing you were thinking about, and you get freaked out. Look, being hot is a blessing and a curse. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't necessarily class myself as that, but you get benefits and downsides. The benefits mostly exist when you're young, admittedly, and they wear off pretty quickly when you begin to age. My small amount of psychological knowledge can back that up. My very brief. I think it was an election. Someone was telling me about this. That, yeah. And to be honest, most people work very hard to stay attractive, if that makes sense. But then you've also got people like me who aren't. I'm not necessarily looking for the most attractive person in the world. You know, looks are not everything. You also got to be sufficiently based, of course, based enough to match my expectations. Hello. No sleep, no essay completing, just Minecraft. Yeah, the build's going well. I finished. We finished the kebab shop. The kebab shop has been completed, so I'm going to wait until someone else discovers that on the server. I've just finished building this ring around here, which will be the sort of top layer of the temple. There's going to be some kind of like Asiatic style thing on top here. Asiatic style temple or castle. And I might make like a cherry blossom forest all the way around. The temple as well. The temple has come along very nicely. Very, very nicely. But it is still just a shell, basically. Pillars are done. Front facade is, well, the shape is done. Lots more detailing needs to be done here. I think I might try and make it look like there's a figure, like a Hercules or something in this. Or actually, no, I should make as close to an onion as I can in this section here. Wait, there are onions. Onion. Oh, there is onions. Yeah, I should take more based suggestions for buildings. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Next time I stream Minecraft, I'll do more sort of based funny building suggestions, because that was a lot of fun being creative and making that. This like more less political stuff is, yeah, it's more relaxing to do. Right, what's the time? It is 10:30. Okay. All right. What should I do next, chat? What should I do? I need ideas. For my brain is shutting off due to tiredness. Let me think. What can we do? What can I do? For the next half an hour or so, let's do a little bit more until 11 o'clock, and then I'll go to bed. I can call that successful stream. Let's you know what? Let's start building. Actually, no. What can I do? What can I do? Something fun. Oh, a knife factory. I have considered going on other platforms. I'm not quite sure how I can do restreaming at the moment. I've got a lot of I'm still learning how to use OBS and Streamlabs, so I basically need to do a test stream at some point, but I just don't have time to do a test stream. So maybe tomorrow I'll see if the Streamlabs app lets me restream, because doing a restream could be a shout, actually. Because I do have over 1,600 people following me on X. Not sure if streaming Minecraft to X though is appropriate. Yeah, Twitch would ban us immediately. So yeah, we can't use Twitch. We're too based for Twitch, unfortunately. And yeah, the staff at Twitch, they are incredibly politically motivated in a certain left-wing direction, so we can never really choose to do much in that respect. I could probably stream there because I'm not being particularly controversial, so yeah, it is a badge of honor, but that badge of honor is stopping me from earning. It could stop me from earning money, which is something I do actually need at the moment. So because life is expensive. And living in the UK, yeah, it's a little bit sucky right now for just basic living expenses. Lots of things are much more expensive than they really need to be. Yeah, it's a shame we're demonetized. Especially the daily channel that was doing so well. Everyone was really enjoying those videos. And the views were really beginning to pick up, but they just demonetized us for what seems like essentially no reason, which kind of sucks. Well, yeah, we reached 500k, big milestone. In other news, I reached 50 subscribers on this YouTube channel. And I haven't even released one proper video yet, which is fantastic. All I've done is live stream. So yeah, that's good. I'm enjoying that. But yeah, should I do a 50 subscriber special celebration video? Like a Mimi celebration video. I could record that after work tomorrow. Yes, I wish things were better, but I can make and do with the best we got. Complaining ain't gonna solve anything. That's kind of the reason I started streaming, and I'm gonna start making YouTube videos. Because A, I can improve my skills with video work, and then B, also it can monetize it. I can eventually monetize things, and that will help ease the burden, and then, yeah. So I'm not gonna keep complaining at you. The spider? Where's the spider? There's spiders. There's only a couple spiders. Lenny the questionable. Alright. Yeah, he does look rather questionable, doesn't he? He's glowing green. That I'd be questionable about that in real life. He showed up to my house glowing green. Right, it's looking more and more buildable by the day now. I might need to flatten this area out a bit more though. Oh. Yes, let's begin work on this, flattening this area. Oh, there we go. Oh yes, I do appreciate the legend title. Although I have only been working for LotusEaters for a year now, so I do appreciate the people have been enjoying my presence. It is nice to feel appreciated, and you guys in the chat, you guys are good. I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are happy. Happy you guys are enjoying the stream. Just maxing, relaxing, looking all cool. Yeah, the fact that I have more than 0 viewers is quite a miracle in itself. So I'm very happy the fact you guys are here. I can't begin to express how much I'm enjoying this. So thank you, chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring that out to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Brilliant. Oh, I can tell I'm getting tireder. I'm getting tireder by the second. Alright. Oh, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay, right. Ooh, how can I make this look better? Hmm. Thinking. Hmm. These little flying things aren't helping at all. But they are base vanilla mobs, so there is no removing them. Drip stone. Interesting. Very drippy stone. Oh, making a gym would be good. Is there any gym equipment? Maybe I can get Little Harry to add a gym equipment mod. That must exist somewhere, right? A gym equipment mod. At some point we'll do a. We can. Yeah, no. Okay, no, I can't say it. I can't talk about that. No. No, that's confidential information. But no, gym on Minecraft. That's a good idea. I will get on that. I'll get my top men on that. Top men. They can do the coding. They can do the custom modding. Pressing buttons like I do not know. I used to be able to mod Minecraft, but that was a very long time ago on much older versions before all this complicated stuff is. That now exists, but I can no longer do. Get rid of these dead bushes. Hmm. How are you feeling, chat? You having a good evening or afternoon wherever you are? So, I think I think I might be on the urge of bed. Actually, I've had a good old long stream today, almost 3 hours long. Yes, very sleepy. I think I'm happy with my progress. I think I might actually leave it here to avoid me just sort of flying around. Oh, getting off work. That's a good time of day. When it reaches 5 o'clock for me and I have to run off to the train station to go home, it's always a bit of a. It is bittersweet, to be honest, because I really do enjoy working at LotusEaters. And I have so much fun in the office. I'm always doing cool things. But knowing that work is about to end and I can go home, get to the gym, then relax, it's a good feeling. So I hope you enjoy your time off work. Your brief respite of the evening. Although, yes. Next stream, probably tomorrow. If all things go well, I'll probably do another one, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Seems to be a good enough time. Working from home. Yes. Technically impossible for me to do on my job, as I click buttons in person in the studio. I wish I could work from home. Alas, I cannot. I cannot. All right. I think. Yeah, no, my brain's doing that thing where you get so tired, you sort of lose track of what you're doing and your eyes hurt and you're tired and that you begin to feel the like almost like you go dizzy with tiredness. Yeah, I'm getting that now. So I think I might have to go and sleep or at least lie down. So, all right, let's see if I. Sorry for yawning, chat. Right, let's see if this works. Okay. Thank you for watching, chat, and I'll have to see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. And yes, I didn't really stream the what's it called? I didn't really shill the donation button today, but because I'm not used to doing it, but you might have to put up with me doing that later. But yeah, no, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and goodbye.